Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the farm. I'm Dave with Nelson Creek Farms, coming to you from the first day of many that isn't an absolute foobar of a mess here in southern Idaho. We have had snow, we have had hail, we have had rain, we have had high wind warnings now for the last 4 days with winds in excess of 50 miles an hour. It has been a joyous spring this year. So anyway, we're going to get to it today. It's something a little bit pretty, and the weather has been so bad for so long, I haven't had a chance to mow the lawn. And sitting right over there, yeah, you can barely see the corner of it. That is the raised strawberry bed that's about knee high. Yeah, I'm going to have to get a swather or something in here and cut that grass. Either that or one of the new toys to deal with it. One thing that's coming up kind of pretty here in the yard along the old sidewalk are these pretty little plants that are blooming. Yeah, 4 little petals of purple or white. Those pretty little flowers belong to a plant called a silver dollar plant. Yeah, they've been coming up kind of wild around the farm here for quite some time. They make a little round seed pod about like that that's sort of translucent, and you can usually see the little black seeds inside of that when they dry. And kind of, well, they're green when they're big and fresh, and then they kind of like a pea, only they're round, and then they dry and they're kind of like an old parchment paper color. Yeah, interesting little plant, kind of pretty, like having them around. One of the things I changed was the overflow tank. It goes right there. There's the new one, and my little pickup. The problem with the old one is it was cracked and starting to come apart right there, and it was starting to leak. Now I find I have to replace this hose, or I should replace it. It's starting to get a little crusty, and these goofy clamps, yeah, see that little goofy clamp right there? Those aren't worth a hoot once you pull them back off of something. I tried to reuse it on this end, it wouldn't snug down on it, so I got a different worm drive hose clamp, as you can see, and it's too long. So yeah, I got to come up with something a little bit smaller that'll clamp down on that a little bit better. But at least I'm not leaking antifreeze anymore. You can kind of see it. The pasture grass is coming up fairly well out here in what I call the south field. Unfortunately, it's been a little stunted because of the cold weather we're having. And as you can see, we're still not out of the woods yet. In fact, the hills right up in here yesterday had snow still showing on them from the snow that we've had in the last couple of days. And if the GoPros could zoom in and you could actually see them, which you can't because the cloud covers Mount Harrison back there, yeah, and the Minidoka or Burley hills, yeah, covered with snow, a lot of it too. So yeah, it's wonder if this stuff's come up at all. And you guessed it, if you guessed that I still haven't got this thing put together yet. No, I have not got the drum mower completed as yet. The weather has just been too horrible to be out here to work on it. And yeah, now we have water spots on the brand new paint job. If you've guessed by now, good on you. If you haven't guessed as yet, what this is a part of some hay equipment that I've bought. Yeah, in one of the teasers I asked what was orange and dark green like a New Holland or New Idea color with little round red tail lights on it. Well, what it is a Farm Max FMRB 330 mini round hay baler. I was really hoping to be able to do an unveiling and assembly video for you on that, but it's been so long I might as well just get you up to speed on what it is and yeah, why it's here, and yes, the tire's holding down the plastic because we have had inches of snow and inches of rain. Didn't want that one getting hurt just yet because I haven't got it all assembled yet. Yep, all the girls and the kids are still right where we left them here in the barn. Yeah. Including that thing over there, which is now part of my collection. My son purchased a new Massey Ferguson tractor real small one, probably under 25 horse or so, with a loader, backhoe attachment, and all that kind of thing. So he doesn't have any use for that John Deere anymore. So I bought it off of him. The good and the bad of that tractor? Well, we'll start off with the bad. The transmission in a couple of gears is not so good. Cracks, bangs, pops, wheezes. So I'm sure there's a bearing gone and or teeth of some gears missing in that John Deere. But one nice thing about it has a nice set of decent rear tires and brand new front tires mounted to a Roll-O-Matic front axle. So if I have to, I can part that out, make my money back on it. But we'll keep it around here for now. Maybe we'll throw a battery in it this year and get it running. And no, I haven't forgot about doing the 12-volt conversion on the little Allis Chalmers B. As soon as the weather gets a little bit nicer, we'll fire this thing up and get it out of the shed here, barn, whatever you want to call it, and we'll get the front end loader off of the thing so we can complete the 12-volt conversion that I've already got for the thing and get this thing back into being a usable tractor again. Yeah, gotta love that orange. Now another update as to why I haven't made a video in over a week now. One is, I don't know if it was my old GoPro Hero 7 Black that was starting to have issues or if it was my Rode mic system. But sometimes you could hear me, sometimes you couldn't, and it was a real crapshoot on what's going on. So this video is actually the second one I've done with the Rhodes system. The one that you haven't seen was the one that I filmed when I was changing out the tank for the radiator overflow on the little pickup. That thing was so bad, folks, I just threw my hands in the air and scrapped that entire video. It was just absolutely horrid. The sound would come and go. The camera, if you remember back to when I was installing the pump, the irrigation pump, it looked like it tipped over. It didn't. It was the camera itself made everything look like it tipped. So that camera is not being used for this video. I've got my second black Hero 7 Black running for this one, and I have a third that's kind of spare for parts or whatever. So anyway, we may end up sending that first one into GoPro because they got a promo right now to upgrade a camera to a number 12. So I may do that yet. Also, as an update, I have not heard yet from either. I've got two insurance companies right now trying to get some insurance. Claim they can do it, but haven't done it yet so far. So one of them guys is out of town, and the other guy, I think all he wanted was photos, just so he could go look at what I did. So, yeah, I'm not real happy with it. We still have no insurance for the corn maze or the pumpkin patch, so that's been written off. That's not going to happen this year. That's done. And a couple of weeks ago, in case you don't recall or I didn't mention it, I was quitting my day job. I had had enough of a-hole customers, and I had my stuff gathered up and I was going to hand it to a boss, and I was walking out the door. Well, the boss talked me into staying at the in-town job for a little bit more. So, yeah, honestly, folks, I don't want retail customers here on the place. I absolutely don't. No. I am so fed up and done dealing with people that are unreasonable, grumpy, have no sense of humor. They're just an absolute waste of flesh, some of them. And it used to be you could maybe have 1 in 1,000 of those customers. Now I'm looking at about 1 in every 50 that are just an absolute pain in the butt. So, yeah, I don't want people here on the farm wandering around. So that whole thing, that's over and done with. The young ladies that I was going to have come out and help that had volunteered actually, I'm sorry guys, we're not going to see any spandex unless I lose another bet and I'm wearing spandex shorts again, or leggings or some dang thing. Anyway, so on we go. What else do we need to cover? Oh yeah, another thing I've been arguing with the last couple of days is my internet provider. I'm still on a landline. The upload and download rates are worse than the weather that we've been having here in southern Idaho the last week or two or so. Yeah, to upload a 20-minute video for me on my current system takes about 4 hours. I contacted an outfit. Oh yeah, we can go from 1.5 megs, what you're doing now, to 50. Well, their upload speed wasn't much better. And by the time it was all said and done and everything, I was going to be paying about double for that little bit of a faster upload speed, and basically the same everything else. So I got a hold of them today, canceled that subscription. That they hadn't come out and set up anything yet, so I'm expecting a full refund. So yeah, yeah, slow upload speeds. Well, you know what? I start uploading them about the time I go to bed, and by the time I got to get up to let the dog out in the morning to do his thing, you guys are already watching it. So yeah, on we roll. I also got out the little weed sprayer to use it around the farm. Yeah, so I've got to hook up some of the hoses and do a little replumbing work on it, but yeah, it should be ready to go. Yeah, I've already got the chemicals mixed up for that, ready to go. And just as soon as this wind quits blowing so it doesn't drift, we'll be doing some of that work. And hopefully before too long we'll even get the tractors out of the barn and start using some of the old iron. Anyway, this video is more of a test to see how the microphone thing's working. If it isn't working and it's the camera that's picking up the sounds of my voice and the wind and whatever going on around here, yeah, time for a new Rode microphone setup. This one's been dropped on its head a few times, so it may not be right. So between it and the camera, yeah, kind of a tough decision on whether or not I want to keep making videos once in a while. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Just to kind of get you all caught up on what's going on in between rain and snow squalls. And oh shoot, it's snowing up in the hills again. Yeah, I've said it before and I'll say it again, GoPros can't zoom in for nothing, but right in through there and over here on the top of that hill, yeah, it's snowing again up there on those hills. And here comes the big boys with the big toys. Yeah, that's the kind of equipment we got going on around here in southern Idaho for the potato producers. Yeah, big stuff. It's as wide as the road. Yeah, that equipment is stuff the potato producers use around here and whatnot. Potato and corn for silage for the dairies and feedlots. Yeah. So anyway, that's going to wrap it up for today. I'm Farmer Dave, wishing y'all well. Y'all be careful out there and don't kill anybody if you don't have to. Yeah, Lord knows natural selection should help you take its course. So anyway, we'll catch up with y'all later. Bye-bye for now.